This is the Week 4 Fantasy Football Preview of the Cincinnati Bengals at the Carolina Panthers. Brought to you by Fantasy Football Time. Follow us at FantasyFB Time on all social media platforms. Alright, who'd have thought? Bengals 0-3, Panthers 1-2. What a world. Alright, Cincinnati Bengals losing at Washington in a great game. Joe Burrow puts it up, 324, 3 touchdowns. You can't ask for more. Ja'Marr Chase shows up in a big way, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns for a breakout start finally. Welcome back, T. Higgins. Not such a great return, but gets 5 points. Zack Moss finally makes his stance with 58 yards and a touchdown with almost 100 yards total for the day. Andrei Iosivas, 14 fantasy points, grabbing another touchdown from Joe Burrow. Carolina Panthers. I mean, we're talking about not just a win, not just a blowout, but a blowout on the road in favor of Carolina. My goodness. Andy Dalton erupts. I thought it was an organizational problem. Maybe it's a Bryce Young problem. We'll see. Andy Dalton brings it. 28 fantasy points, 319 and 3. What a day. And again, I'm only saying other surprises because Andy was the only one on the fantasy forecast last week. Chuba Hubbard, 25 points, like a boss, 144 yards, 55 in the air with a score, 200-yard day. Dionte Johnson, 122 yards of his own and a touchdown. Thielen, ouch, just when he gets rolling, goes on the IR for the 40 yards and 1 touchdown. Yeah, we're not done yet. Miles Sanders, you remember him? 17-yard rush with a touchdown, 10 fantasy points. All right, what are we going to have week 4? Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. I mean, we know that this has been a weak Carolina defense, but they held Las Vegas to some pretty low numbers. Ja'Marr Chase, is he okay? He has a questionable tag. Maybe they're just doing maintenance. Let's pray. 15 fantasy points forecasted. T. Higgins, 11. Zack Moss going against the 4th most fantasy points allowed for running backs. So that's a very good thing. Hopefully Zack Moss will get his turn on the ground. Carolina defense, they have allowed 47 points at New Orleans. They allowed 26 to the Chargers, but they still held Vegas to 22. So, we'll see what happens on the other side of the ball. 5 sacks. 3 of them were Vegas. 2 picks, 2 fumbles. Let's see what's happening on the other side of the ball. Carolina, the Red Rifle, going 15 fantasy points forecasted against the middle-of-the-road Bengals defense. Chuba Hubbard, double digits forecast for this week against the 13th most points allowed this year to running backs. So that's kind of middle of the road. Dionte Johnson, 11 points forecasted against the 9th best defense against receivers. So maybe this is one of those set up for the run situations. Thielen, out. Cincinnati defense has held New England to 16, Kansas City to 26, but allowed 38 to Washington. So let's see if Andy can keep the Panthers rolling. They had 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. Most of that came against Kansas City. Thanks so much for watching. Follow and subscribe at FantasyFB Time. Welcome to Week 4. My goodness. Thanks so much for watching. God bless.